I want to sing you a song that I want.
Hi, my name is Joyce Ngugi. I am a consultant psychologist, research mentor, and disability program developer for the last 13 years in Nairobi and Kiambu counties. I've done a few events with True North, and I am currently in the Innovations Committee of Kenya Psychological Association, where I am inventing programs that are tech savvy and inclusive for people with disabilities in mental health. For example, I produce music in sign language. Today's topic is on disability inclusion and mental health. In Kenya today, we have robust laws that support people with disabilities. For example, the Constitution of Kenya, 2010, the Persons with Disabilities Act. However, we need a way to accelerate to the full implementation of the law. In my work in psychology, I do lots of assessments and counseling. I'm currently spearheading a group of about 500 caregivers of persons with disabilities. Basically, those would be parents, teachers, and other professionals who are working directly to improve the welfare of persons with disabilities. In addition, I also provide direct counseling and empowerment services to persons with disabilities. My niche area is the deaf. As you know, we have different kinds of disabilities. Hearing disability is one of them. We have visual. We have mental health disability, for example, dementia, schizophrenia, bipolar. That is actually my core training, mental health. And we have other disabilities such as intellectual disabilities, acquired brain injuries, the autism spectrum, and physical disability. So in disability inclusion, we are able to get families and the people with disabilities the mental health services they require. So in disability inclusion, if only people were more considerate to people who are differently abled, they would be able to accommodate them in education, in workplaces, in social amenities. For example, look at our transport system now. It is not accessible at all to persons with disabilities. Those people who come to my office, most of them are not able to even afford psychology services, but the few who manage to get to my office really complain about the oppression and the discrimination in society. Particularly, there seems to be a bigotry or a hatred towards people with disabilities. So their plight is continually there, and there doesn't seem to be any stop to the suffering. Take, for instance, the suffering of the families of these people with disabilities. They cannot get a one-stop shop where all of their social services needs would be addressed. So in my work, I do lots of referrals and networking to the different kinds of services that would be available so that these families can tap into that and get their people to work and to school and to anywhere else they would need to be. Yeah, I'll give you my personal example. Growing up, my elder sister had problems with her ear, and we were all a musical family. My late mother was a musician. So whenever there was a problem in the way my sister would hear something, I noticed that the whole family had to adjust to my sister's condition. And so a lot of times my mom was hospitalized and was there with my sister while the rest of us tried to just, make do with mom and my sister not being at home. So in a nutshell, what really happens if nobody addresses the plight of people with special needs is that there will be continued suffering, and these people's stories will never be brought forth. And you find that in these families, there's a lot of giving up. You'll find a lot of the people on our streets now, as the East Africa community is growing, for example, you've seen people from Tanzania coming to beg on the streets of Nairobi. So it just tells you that there's not enough being done in our communities to really change the perceptions, the attitudes towards these people. The only disability in life is a bad attitude. So we need to change that. So I would like to particularly talk to persons with disabilities and their caregivers on their mental health. I'd like to tell you that there is help out there. If you're having any person you know, or if you're the one who is suffering from a certain condition and has not yet sought the services of a psychologist, I would kindly ask you to consider going to an office of a counselor or a psychologist so that you can begin to talk about your life journey and begin to see the kind of services that are available to you. I'd like to tell you that there is hope, and don't give up. In your life, your story will be a powerful story that you can share and inspire with other people.
Thank you, Ken Olo and Filamu Juani, for supporting True North to bring mental health awareness to the world. Thank you so much.